This one, our boy is, I believe, the Drow. This is DX Venado, and he said, how to this kind of laning with Drow. So I don't know what that question means, but I'm assuming the lane went very poorly and they lost, and he's wondering how to deal with that. I would definitely be a little careful blocking the creeps here, just because I know that in the safe lane, if you block too much, this looks fine though, just because the enemies are blocking.
Yep.
You can just like as you see the enemy creep wave, you can kind of let it go if it looks bad, or you can go and block their creeps.
Also, you should have more regen because you know this is a very weak lane. 3 tangos is not enough to sustain against anybody. Like the circlet could very easily be what is it, 185 gold? Is that correct? I think something like that. They could literally just be 2 more sets of tangos. 9 tangos as a drow is fine. Remember that having extra agility is not quite what it used to be because it doesn't give bonus damage. I mean, the attack speed is nice, the damage is nice from the slippers, but I don't think you need the extra 2 from the circlet, and that should just be more regen, so you can actually get levels and stay in lane.
I would say that, like, in general, you can look at the lane as essentially, it's not about kills, it's not about like who dies. I mean, it is about CSing, but you don't even need to think about it as CS, because like in most lanes, if you think about the lane as who can like take the opposing team's regen first, then kills will occur after that. Like CSing will occur after. It's like really you can look at it as a regen battle. So if you're going into this lane with 3 tangos, that means you know that you're not going to need this regen in order to take away the opponent's regen. And I do believe that, like, with any culmination of heroes up here, maybe barring like Invoker Pudge, it is not the case that 3 tangos is enough.
Yeah.
If there's a Jakiro here, if there's an Ogre here, if there's even a PA here spamming daggers, like, you're going to need probably a salve or some branches at least to put down. Like, for instance, that circlet could be sold for 3 branches, give you 1 extra attribute, and then it's also going to give you 3 trees to place down, which will essentially mean you get 6 tangos.
That's actually probably the best. I like that.
Sure, yeah, that's definitely good. A lot of people are going for branches in the early game for that specific reason. And then if you don't happen to use them, you can build them into a wand. So it's like, if your calculations in terms of the regen battle is wrong and you actually don't need the branches, well, it's a wand anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I would definitely say, like, when it comes to the laning phase, I imagine it's gonna be a big issue for you, these tangos, but I'd like to like go ahead and see.
Yeah, I rewound just because I also wanted to point out that going for precision aura right now doesn't make any sense. I think that having level 1 and precision aura, I mean, again, it's not the same drow that it used to be. Getting like 20% of what? Okay, so you're literally giving your team like 2 attack speed. That's nothing. That does absolutely nothing. It might even like fuck up their last hits because they're not used to like that extra little tiny bit of attack speed. I think that you should just 100% have 1 point in frost arrows here, and here's why. Because okay, so it looks like it's going to be an offlane pudge. If you have frost arrows here, you just hit the pudge right now. You hit him once, you hit him again, you hit him again. He's close enough to you. You hit him again, you hit him again, you hit him again, you hit him again. Like, you should just be right-clicking him right now, and you're not doing it. Maybe because you're scared of pulling the creeps, but if you have frost arrows, you're hitting him all this time, you're harassing him down. He's at like 50% or lower HP at this point based on how he's playing, instead of, you know, having taken 0 damage essentially and you being scared because you have no way of slowing anybody or contributing anything essentially to this lane.
Well, also because it's an orb, like, it just doesn't pull the creeps.
Yes.
So if you don't, you know, press alt and then use it with the right clicks, like if you were manually casting the orb, it doesn't.
Yeah, like you could just be right clicking him right now. Just continue to right click him. Continue to right click him. There's no reason to be playing where you are. You might as well just be right clicking this pudge. That's how you make this lane easier. And since that was your question, how do I play this lane? The lane went poorly. You lost the game. Start with that. Start with hitting people when you have the opportunity to hit them, especially when it's just a completely free trade, because this guy can't run up and hit you.